So as you probably know, to take photos of deep sky objects without a star tracker is really tricky. But I'm gonna show you a good way and easy way so you can do it at home with the minimal spend. We're gonna use a sharpcap, a telescope, and a mount, and you can use a DSLR or any telescope you want. It doesn't have to be what I'm using here. You can use a cheap telescope. All of them will work. Obviously, the quality will differ. You have chromatic aberrations if you use a lesser quality, but it will still work. And you can dip your toes into astrophotography before you buy lots of expensive stuff. Follow this tutorial. Okay, so today is full moon, almost. The sky is very bright, and I'm not gonna do any star photography, and I just want to do a short video about capturing a star cluster with this telescope, untracked. It's important. This will help people that don't have a mount for tracking. Basically, to do this, you can use any mount, but the more stable it is, the more it will help you. In this case, I'm gonna use. This is not working. It's just plugged in. In this case, I'm gonna use the virtuoso mount untracked. The Evo guide, you can use any telescope you want. It doesn't have to be this one. And I'm gonna use sharpcap software to live stick and find the target. And I'm gonna show you how. This is the SV705C. It's an astronomy camera, planetary camera, and I have it plugged in to the laptop. So first thing we're gonna do is fire up the camera in sharpcap. I selected it from the camera's menu. And first thing I'm gonna do is take darks. I'm gonna use 800 milliseconds exposure, and that's 495 gain, and black level 10. Let's try that combo and see how it works. And to test the brightness of the image, I'm gonna remove the cap and see if the image looks decent to me, the image. Okay, now I'm gonna put the cap back on, because you don't wanna use very high gain, so you don't want to make the image saturated. And we're gonna take darks. Now to take darks, you must use the settings that you're gonna use with capturing, the same settings, and go to capture dark, and in this case I'm gonna take 10, and then press use new darks, so when they are ready it will use them. And darks will help with noise of the camera, remove some noise of the camera, which is in this case it's important because we're using very short exposures and the noise will become very apparent. And now it's averaging. Alright, darks saved. Now the darks are applied. And now I'm gonna remove the cap again, and we're gonna focus. It's the next step. And basically, to focus, it could be different, but the telescope is a helical. Some of them are rack and pinion. You turn the focuser knob. You need to focus until the stars are the smallest size possible. And I think it's somewhere around there. Okay, there. This is the smallest size possible I can get. Now we're gonna put it again. This is the same settings. Adjust the color so it's the same color as the background. And now we're gonna take flats. I'm gonna show you how. Now for flats, what you do, I'm gonna remove the darks again, because the darks will affect the flats. The settings doesn't need to be the same, but can reduce them. Basically, the focus needs to be spot on. And then I go to Google, write white blank image, find the blank image, zoom on it. And now what we do, we have a white shirt over the aperture of the telescope. Try to make it as even as possible. And now what we do is we put this in front of it, and then obviously we go to capture flat, and the histogram, you will see it move when it will take exposures. It needs to be somewhere around the 40%, the peak, and the colors need to be separated. The red, green, and blue doesn't need. They should be separated, like one of them here, one of them here. Don't need to be all in the same place. I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna put the phone in front of the aperture, and as you can see, it's too bright. This I have to adjust. Okay, as you can see, it's perfect. I have the phone in front of the aperture, and this is the perfect histogram. And now you need to just press capture, and it will press start, and it will start capturing frames, and we will have the flat frames ready. Okay, so now the flats are ready. They are taken. I'm gonna add the darks again. Okay, now we're gonna find Messier 3. Since we're not using the go-to, we can't use this. Go to catalog. I'm gonna use the push to assistant, and go to full catalog and write M3. This is a globular cluster. Choose M3. See, we are very close. 1 degree off. I'm gonna fine tune up. I can see it. Okay, it's down there. I can see the cluster now. I just have to adjust up or down. It's a bit of trial and error. It can get frustrating. Okay, I have to go up a bit. But I can see the cluster now. Alright, we're on target. As you can see, the cluster is in the middle. I'm moving up and clockwise, the mount clockwise, to find it. Try to center it as best as you can, but with an untracked mount it can get difficult. Alright, it's centered. Now I'm gonna start the live stacking. Let's see if we have good results. Go to live stack, press the tab of live stacking underneath, and basically what it's doing is it's trying to connect to my mount, because usually I connect to my mount, but obviously we're not using a go-to mount now. Press the satellite, or not satellite, the lightning bar to balance the colors. And the histogram, you want it somewhere here, somewhere on the left. You don't want it here because it will be too overexposed. Somewhere here it's good. So this is good where it is.